The decision of the Supreme Court of Canada in 2012 have made the law harsher. Before, the legal test was you must disclose before having sex that poses significant risk of HIV transmission, and now you must disclose before having sex that poses a realistic possibility of transmission. In 1998, the Supreme Court of Canada had suggested that if you use condom before sex, you don't have a duty to disclose. In 2012, the Supreme Court of Canada said that even if you use a condom, you must disclose unless you can prove that you have a low or undetectable viral load. We're also extremely concerned because the decision of the Supreme Court of Canada in 2012 fails to appropriately take into account what the science tells us about HIV and the risk of HIV transmission. We know that condoms are efficient to prevent HIV. We know that when people have a low or undetectable viral load, the risk of transmission are extremely reduced. But still, for the Supreme Court of Canada, that was not enough, and they imposed criminal liability if you don't disclose your status in those circumstances. So obviously, this results in a disproportionate and overly broad use of the criminal law. For instance, as of today in Canada, a person could be prosecuted with aggravated sexual assault, which is an extremely severe criminal offense, for having sex with a condom, so for taking precaution to protect their partner, without any intention to transmit HIV, and even if actually HIV is not transmitted. So you can see how this is a very severe use of the criminal law against people living with HIV. We are worried that the criminalization may also have a disproportionate impact on the most vulnerable, on people living with HIV who have no option between disclosing or using a condom, because, for example, they are in an abusive relationship, or for people who cannot access treatment or see a doctor regularly to be able to establish a low viral load. Finally, there are some remaining uncertainties regarding oral sex, for example, or what's a low viral load, that will need to be tested in court. And so basically, they're going to be tested on the back of people living with HIV, which is also something really concerning.